Hey, it's Jimmy, and y'all watching the Comic Hall Crew on YouTube.
I guess if this was the coming back Olympics, I would get the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we back, y'all. We back, y'all, for another one. It is the Comic Hall Crew coming through. I am Matt. We got brother Al, Dusty Brick Brown in the building, and we got the main man from down in Florida. We got Jace in the building, who is back after a long day of comic crawling.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get into it. Before we do that, how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great, man.
I'm good, man.
I'm feeling a little sleepy, man. Whew. So,
all right. Well, we gonna when you see what we got tonight lined up for you, this might wake you up. So,
yep.
So let's go ahead and get right down to it. It's time for everybody's favorite segment.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
But my prices are reasonable. What?
Oh, there they go. There.
All right, y'all. We are here. We have got the madness, which is
man.
Anything with Dr. Doom on it, baby.
Anything with Dr. Doom. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised we see some Dr. Doom underoos on the list, man. For real.
If I thought about it, I would have looked for it, but I didn't even think about that. But I guarantee on the next one you'll have it, man. But I saw this and I said, man, this is straight dollar bin fodder right here. This is straight dollar bin fodder. $269 for a 9.8.
What's that saying that you like to say, man? It's a travesty before God and man.
It's a disgrace to God. Yeah, absolute disgrace. You look at this, man. You could buy it for a 9.8. You could buy this book in press and then get a 9.8. Buy this book for $1.
You buy it cheap, get it fresh
for a fraction.
Yeah,
a fraction of the price.
Yeah, this is when I saw this, I started grinning. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Look at this mess, man."
Oh man, how many Dr. Doom is going to pay on you?
Yeah, man, this is absolutely ridiculous, man. So yeah, this is a definite no go.
And you know, I was hoping, man, I was really hoping at one point, man, that we had gotten past this, but no, we are not. We are not.
No, the
continue to get worse.
Yeah, the spec community is still alive and well. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. Let's go to this next one. Let's go to this next one here.
Oh hell no, this man is.
Yeah, I just for me,
$6,000. Dude, this giant size X-Men book's cheaper than that. What is this man thinking?
Bro, my thing is this right here, man, is that we've already seen the first appearance of Bullseye on Netflix.
Yep.
There's no reason this book should be $6,500. Yeah, I know it's 9.6, but seriously, come on.
Not for that price. $1,000.
If you're paying $6,500 for this, why are you passing up on giant size X-Men? Why are you passing up on Hulk 181? Why are you passing up on Tomb of Dracula?
Now, that's the first appearance of Daredevil right there at the bottom. I'd rather get that to get
that too. Yeah, that too. You can go get you that. You can go get you a Avengers one. You can go get you. You might be able to get a Fantastic Four. $6,500. No, I'm not paying that for the first.
He's just saying price.
Not paying that for the first appearance of Bullseye. We're not doing that.
No.
Yeah. Absolute bedlam.
I think that this situation might be a case of somebody that just got that book graded and they just shooting dice trying to see if they can get, you know what I'm saying? If they can get something out of it.
Get it sucked in the bite.
Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. And what you just said, Matt. I mean, we saw that devil way back in the Ben Affleck movie. I mean, you know, of course that don't count, but you know, at the end of the day, man, it's highway robbery. What's up, Donnie?
What's up, man? Yeah, this is
He out of his damn mind for sure.
scandalous. Absolute scandalous. Nah, 6 for that. Yeah. Nah. Nope.
Mm-mm. Oh hell
Get
no!
some water. I'm gonna get some water while you digest this air.
That's issue number 82, and I believe I got that issue. $5,000 for that book. He is out of his damn mind. No significance to this issue. No first appearance. What the hell makes him think come up with that price for this issue?
Emotional damage.
Indeed, it is. What is he thinking?
Man. What's going on, Carlito? How you doing, my man? Good to see you in the building. But yeah, it never ceases to amaze me, man. The sheer amount of the audacity. Shout out to Brother Rico, the audacity of hope, where a lot of these folks they just throwing stuff to the wall, man. Like, I don't even see how this book can be worth 5,000, because to my knowledge, and if somebody knows, please correct me, this isn't even a key. I think what they banking on is that 9.8. That's what they're banking on.
They banking way too much.
Hi, G man.
Yeah, they just just a case of reaching. This is a case of reaching, man.
Massive.
I mean, look right here, man. I mean, even right here, just look right here. I mean, that's even crazy.
Oh, what? Oh, they special,
Bro, hold on.
Whoa.
And this book is currently in my collection, and I'm gonna have to say, just like the last book, and just like the first book that we saw, dollar being fodder all day long. These people have truly lost their minds.
And what planet is this book sell for that? But this book sell for this. I'm supposed to pay.
Yes, that's I will take that any day.
Exactly. That right there is, y'all know that's my wheelhouse. And of course, I need that book to finish my run. But yeah, that's worth the money.
Good God.
Oh, we paying $74.50. You tell me.
Crazy.
You tell me which is the best. That is not the best.
Nah, you good, G man.
We're
not monetized.
You gonna hold on to that book.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Next up on the train.
Nope.
First kid, nah. Kitty Friday and no.
Not even on his worst day, man. Best day, either day. I mean, yeah, Emma Frost has been a major player over the last few years, but Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost, $3,000. No. Again, it's the grade that they pushing. It's got to be. No.
$31.90, man.
Nah, bro.
What did he come with the 190 for? I mean, it should have been $190, maybe.
Agreed, Dan. That right there, man. Like I said, both of them are major players in the X-Men, but no, not no 9.8. It has begun again.
No, wait a minute.
But let me tell y'all this: if you think we seeing these asinine prices now, wait until they legitimately, officially introduce the X-Men in the MCU. That book right there is probably gonna double in price. It'll be whenever they do the announcement. If this book ain't sold, it'll be $6,000 by that time. Mark my word.
All the first appearances of X-Men characters will go up.
It's gonna exponentially increase, bro.
Y'all just hold on. Y'all just hold on.
Oh Lord.
Hold on. Next up.
800 now. I forgot how much I saw this at Heroes Con going for. Now that no, is this dude selling a raw copy? Oh, he out his fucking
for $885.
I know the slab I saw at HeroCon was what, 300, 400?
Yeah.
And I believe it was at 9.0. And man.
He got the audacity to say it's a 9.6. I bought an 8.5 graded for this book probably about 5-6 years ago for roughly right at $100.
I didn't pay that. I paid what, 20? 20.
You bought a raw copy though, right? Or was
Yeah,
it graded?
I bought a raw copy for like $20 or something like that.
Yeah, and he sold the 9.6 for $885. Dude is out of his mind. Look at the slabs down there. I like, yo, why the hell will I pay $885 for a raw copy? You got 9.8 cents right there for $600. Yo, this
that's a come up. Congrats, G man. That is a come up right there.
Ooh.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping Larry was on so you can see that one there.
Yo, why everything Jake Scott Campbell is just going up in price?
That
It's just insane. Every time I search for anything Jake Scott on eBay, I'm seeing some high prices like crazy. And this is right here.
What's crazy is I got this.
And that just came out, right?
Oh, this one just came out. I guess it's a homage then.
Oh.
No, I think I got that one. I think I got that one from 8 days, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I got it from days.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing is that a raw copy I see at the bottom left going for damn near
$1,500. I don't know why this book got hot all of a sudden.
good.
Yeah.
And this is a modern book too, ain't it?
Yeah, it has to be modern.
19. Yeah. I knew I got this back in the day. All right. Last on this train tonight.
Preview book. What the hell? What did that preview book went out of print for him to be selling it over 1,700? What is he doing?
Man, this a store owner selling this, I bet you.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
Yeah, who paying that for a book that came out in 2015?
Yeah. A preview book.
So what's the reason why this book is being, does he have it in the description?
Nope. A rare copy. Everything rare.
The rare is the most overused.
Me and Rico had a good discussion this week. Rare is different than scarce.
Mm-hmm.
And scarce is different than ghost. Rare means, to us, a rare book is a book that you don't see it every blue moon. It pops up every blue moon. And it normally qualifies as a book that's probably about 40, 50, 60 years old. Scarce is a book that may only be, maybe 50 out there, 60. And then ghost is, you only see the book every 10 years. One might say every 10 years.
Twice or 3 times on eBay, and that's it. You ain't gonna find it any other time.
Yeah, a book might sell on eBay probably. You'll know them. The book will sell probably every 15 years or something. You might see it once every 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question on that, Matt. So Lobo, for example, the cowboy, what would that fall under? Would it fall under ghost or scarce?
That will fall up under rare because you can find it's out. It's available, as y'all saw. Arrow's gone. It's out there, but it's not readily available. You just can't just go through. You go on eBay. You're gonna pay eBay prices. If you're looking for it in the wild, like if you just got in your car today and say, you know what, I'm going to several stores looking for Lobo, you probably won't find it.
You ain't gonna find that.
Yeah, you're right.
You go to a show, you'll probably see it. It's up under rare. It's not scarce. That's issue number 2 is scarce. Yeah, issue number 2 will fall under scarce. You'll find you'll see 1 before you see 2.
Y'all need to do a video on that. Break that down for real.
You do realize we never saw 2 at Heroes Con, right? Because somebody would have got it.
Nope. Yep.
Never saw it.
Oh yeah, I would have got it if I saw it.
Yeah, never saw 2. 1, I saw. Like I said, we saw 1, but no, we didn't see 2.
Get that on your list.
Man, that's a good breakdown, man. I think a lot of people. I'm kind of ignorant to that kind of stuff because y'all into the golden age stuff, so that's good to know.
Another example is if you go to the census, If you go to the CGC census, look up a book that's graded, and you see less than 10, that's a ghost. That's a scare. Ghost. That's right in between. You know, this is why you see a lot of people. That's because we in Rico in the group, we had a lot of people upset, man, over some of the books that some of the prices that some of these books have been going for. But these are books that are mass produced. So when you see these books where back in the day people were paying $400-500 for them, $800, $2,000, $3,000, and now the book selling for $79.95. I mean, y'all, you knew what you were getting into when you bought that book. That book is readily available.
Yeah.
If you didn't get a low buy-in price, if you didn't get the low buy-in price, you ain't winning. If you buy at the highest cost, then you know what it is. You know.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this edition of You Must Be Out Your Damn Mind. We're gonna go. Al, you got your stuff lined up over there?
I got it lined up, baby.
Hold on, wait. Don't say nothing. Go ahead and put share your screen in the background here, and I'll bring you in. I'm gonna go ahead before we hit the drop, because we're gonna surprise them. I'm gonna try this right here while you get sorted out here. And I need to find the drop anyway, because we hadn't used it in a while. Yeah, I just saw it. Y'all bear with us. It's been a minute, especially been a minute since we did this. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm ready when you are.
I'm ready, man.
All right, you got your screen? You ready to share your screen?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna run the drop, and it's all yours.
All right.
Here, Pierre, weigh this up. Yes, sir. And keep your thumb off of them scales, or I'll blow it off. She's pretty small. $10. $10? Why, it's getting so a man can't earn a dishonest living no more.
There's gold in them dar hills.
Well, back with another one, eh?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
although this is the facsimile of this book, if you know anybody that went out and bought this book before the release of Deadpool Wolverine, if you saw the dirt sheets, I ain't gonna even call them top 10 list, the dirt sheets of this book is the epitome, in my honest opinion, humble opinion, of fool's gold.
All I'm gonna say is Ben Stein told y'all on that top 10 list. He told y'all. He said, "Don't buy this book." People were buying this book. We saw it at the show. We saw the hero.
Yeah.
People were paying big money, $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600. They were paying top dollar for Taylor Swift.
yeah.
Top dollar.
We told y'all, don't buy this book.
Yeah.
Oh, the GW Bridge. Oh, man.
I mean, seriously, after we watched that movie, I think one of the things we discussed that we talked about after the movie was the fact that Taylor Swift was nowhere to be found. If my memory serves me correctly, Lady Deadpool wasn't even Taylor Swift. I think it was Blake Lively that voiced her. So this should be a precautionary tale on when to buy a book and when not to buy a book. You got people stuck with this book that paid top dollar for this book. And like Matt said, we have been telling people on this show, yeah, we're a small channel, but we have been telling people, man, don't go out and buy this book off of his speculation and hearsay. But, you know, sadly, that's going to fall on deaf ears to some, because as we've probably all seen, you know, we're going to talk about it later. Some of the books that have been out for a while regarding Dr. Doom is starting to shoot up. I don't get the premise of FOMO and how FOMO can make people go out and buy a book like this, and now you stuck with it. So,
Let me see. Moment of silence. Yep. Share moment of silence.
oh, my bad. I didn't mean to. Yeah, I'm telling you, Donnie. I mean, it's crazy, man. It is crazy.
Hey man, more power to you, G.
You ain't lying, bro. If you were able to catch you a shine slipping, then by all means, man, I commend you. If I had a couple in my collection, I would have done the same thing, man.
Yeah.
That book was the epitome of fool's gold.
All right. Next up. It is the cover price
Oh boy.
list and runners up list for this edition. We have number 20, Doom number 1. This is the recent one. High sale of $150. Raw $47. All right, keep it rolling, keep the train, and we're back. It's back again. Wolverine 88. High sale of $350. I need to get mine out of storage. $350 for this. And a raw for $54. I need to sell this book. If it's going for this, I need to sell it. I think I got to sell it.
Man, go ahead and load it off, bro. Find the shine bones, sell it.
Yeah, I need to get this up out of here. 98.
Oh boy.
High sale of $12.60. And a raw of $380. Raw $380.
Whoa.
Camacho, no clue what it is, but it's a high sale of $150.
Signed by Terry Crews.
And a raw for $109. Must be something that's going to be a show or something.
You know what? I think Camacho was that character he played in that Mike Judge movie.
Yeah, I see myself. Classic.
I think that's what he was, President Camacho or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he doing the TV show for him or something. I don't know. It was a good movie though.
Must be.
Books of Doom. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, if Books of Doom is moving, then I definitely need to get that out of storage. Books of Doom number 1. $230 for a CGC 9.8. Raw, $23. Minor Arcana, no clue. High sale of $15. Probably the way it needs to stay.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, here's the infamous Iron Man,
Scotty Young. Back in 2016, 17, 18, 15, 14. These books were $5, $3.
I think it was back in 2021. Epic Comics, they had at least 7, 8 issues of that run, including that variant in the $2 bin.
Jace, Dave had a whole section on Scotty Young that was under $5. A section, not just a couple of books. A section.
Yep.
Al and Larry saw it. A section of books.
Insanity, man.
Yeah. Scotty Young. A high sale of $350. $350 for this right now.
That's it.
You'd be better off buying original art if you gonna get this. Go buy the original art. That's my recommendation than to buying the book. I'd rather go buy the original art.
Yep.
Classic cover here. This is a classic one here. And this is actually hard to find at high grade. So I can understand that this go for a few pennies. But this is because of the blacks. High sale of $400. $400 and a raw for $50.
Is it a key?
Number 37. Nah, ain't the key, just the classic. I think this is the first time they meet.
Oh, okay.
I think this is the first time they meet. I cannot quite remember, but I think this is the first time they meet. I'm sure G-Man can tell me. He in the chat. I think it is. This is one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite.
I seen that one. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Iron Man covers here. Iron Man volume 1, number 150. High sale of $220 for a 9.4 and $31 for a raw. I actually had this book signed by Romita.
Junior, senior.
Senior. Yeah, I got that one signed by senior. Shit. Marvel 2-in-1 number 64. High sale of $25 and a raw for $30. And apparently this ties into that Brave New World. There's some more spec here.
Oh boy.
I guarantee it's in the dollar bin. If anybody ain't already looking for it, it's in the dollar bin.
Hey man, I saw that book a couple of times up at Heroes Con.
In the dollar bin.
Yeah, I don't. I got some Marvel 2-in-1, but I don't collect them like that. Like, you know, team up. But yeah, man, I seen that book a couple of times up there.
Yeah. All right, and that's the runners up for this week. Let's move into our top 10. Once I get past the stuff, here we go. Marvel Team Up number 2. High sale of $250.
The first
first appearance of the Iron Maniac. Marvel Team Up number 3. High sale of $23. Number 8, Exiles Volume 1, number 23. We see this theme here, this Iron Man theme.
Yeah, Dr. Doom.
Yep, Dr. Doom, Iron Man theme. I'm telling y'all playing with fire. $75. And then this is a book I got for $20 measly from 20 measly dollars from man, what's our store we used to go to up there, Al? Up there, McDonald's.
Origin Story.
Origin Story, yeah, $20 measly. High sale, $1,800 for a 9.4. Raw, $88.
How much for Raw?
Raw, $88. And this is actually one of the cool colors. It's actually one of my favorite Dr. Doom colors there. Yep. Oh Lord. Secret Wars Volume 1, number 10.
Not surprised.
$215 raw, $29. Excuse me, $250 for CGC 98, $29 raw. What if Iron Man Demon number Demon in the armor number 1? How about you $165? If you're gonna just go by the real one.
Yeah.
Boy, they all over the list, boy. Yeah.
Finally, no Dr. Doom.
Number 4, G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero, 308. So's a Michael variant from San Diego Comic Con. Yeah. Yep, 2020, $220, and a row of $212. More Iron Man, Dr. Doom.
Oh my God, a dollar bin fodder. Oh my.
Yeah. If you know you see Invincible Iron Man, you know that's dollar bin fodder. Volume 2, that is. Volume 2, number 11, $54. $3 raw.
And
man, that book got. Say what, Jace?
That book needs to stay under $3.
Man, that book got 90s, the 1990s written all over.
I mean, look at that cover.
Yeah.
Look at that cover.
That is no denying that book is a 90s book.
That cover is about as 90s is going to Wendy's and getting the yellow.
97, 98, man.
Doing what, man? Say that again.
I said that is about as 90s is going down to Wendy's getting those yellow fry cartons in bags.
Hey, I got another for you. The chat might not know, but that's about as 90s as Central Park.
Yeah, Central Park. If you down south, you know about Central Park, you know about it, bro. If you know, you know.
You know.
Hey, that's like when Aunt Esther was doing churches commercials back in the 90s. You old 4-eyed fool. Number 2, Infamous Iron Man. We knew this was here. And hey, and if y'all want to keep buying $300 for this,
$100.
Gotta come out. Gotta get it graded. If we buying this for $300, gotta get it graded. Got to get it graded.
Dollar bin book.
And if I thought about it, I would have went to a certain store around here, and I know there's tons sitting over there. I know it's tons sitting over there.
Oh
My
yeah,
word.
I went over there earlier today.
No, I got
If
some.
we talking about the same store.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, we talking about the same one.
Okay.
And last but not least,
I've seen so many people posting this book. It's crazy.
this right here is when you buy your X-Men run, especially when you getting Claremont and all that stuff. This right here this is totem pole stuff. This is low totem. This is low totem pole Claremont right here. This is like $5, $7 on a good day. 5, 7, 7, $7.50, 8, maybe 13, depending on where you go, maybe 13. $313 for a 9.8.
Insane,
hey man.
Roll $125. Roll.
125 for a raw copy.
Bro,
Let me say this.
You could go buy for this price. You could go buy the first Alpha Flight and the first cover appearance of Alpha Flight.
Yep.
This is outrageous.
Hey, shout out to G-Man. G-Man A-OK this to me when we went and when we saw everybody in Florida last year. It was a 9.6, and I think it was signed by Mark Silvestri. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, G-Man. This was last year. Now I don't understand why this book is number one just because of that one scene. That boggles my mind, man. That's just so baffling to me. Like this spec thing is just, I mean, it's a cool cover. Don't get me wrong. It's a dope cover, but no, man, that ain't worth that. It's not. It's not.
Outrageous.
That was less than the 5 seconds, and you gonna skyrocket the price, the cover of that price because of the damn scene in the movie. Yo, comics is something else, bro.
It's a trip, bro.
This is something else.
All right, that's it for that one. I'm sure we're gonna see a few more of these on this list. Shout out to the fellas over at CBSI. This is a book I hate slipped past me, and I just it was at the time it was hot, so I just decided not to even be bothered with it. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 100 Ultimate Comics Edition. This is early Peach Momoko. And man, I could have got that for a little of nothing, man. And now this book is selling $1,500. $1,500. Yep. Patsy Walker is the Golden Age book, number 26. This is, as y'all can see, this is the Hellcat is the homage that they took this cover from here.
Hey, quick question: is the Hellcat, the Patsy Walker up at the top, is that the same Patsy Walker that's the Hellcat Patsy Walker?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. 7.0 sold for $840. And so these Patsy Walker books, man, starting to ease up. These romance books easing up, man. They easing up. Number 10, High on Life, number 1, $13. Number 9, Deadpool, 31. CGC's of $170. Infamous, we just talked about that. So we're not gonna go back through that. Iron Man and the Armor Wars, number 2. I don't think this one they got a price on that one yet, but it's on there. This is one I knew, and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
I was actually looking for another. I was on the hunt for a good copy of 266, a graded, and I could not find one for the price I wanted to pay for it. So I know I ain't getting it no time soon. Now, luckily, I still got my other copy, but I was looking for about an 8.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9, so right around in there. 10 CGC 9.8 sales this week for $600, and a 9.8 for $1,500.
Wow.
1,500.
Yeah, so you need to get it pressed and clean.
Thank you, Channing Tatum.
Yeah, pressed and clean.
Yep.
All right, we talked about Iron Man number 11. We're not gonna revisit that. Blood Hunt. I think this one dropped
Last week.
Yeah, I was gonna say last week or recently. 1 in 25. This week it is $40 over 20 sales. So people looking it up. We just talked about Marvel superhero Secret Wars. We're not talking about that. Uncanny X-Men #1, 1 in 50 variant, $70. High sale of 130.
No, bro.
And of course we talked about 251.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna go back down that road anymore, running folks' blood pressure up. I do have something here I wanted to show y'all. I'll go ahead and get this. Let me see here. I think we got a drop for this. Let me see. It's been a while since we did these drops. I'm digging in the crates. No, yes, we do have one. I ain't done this in a long time, bro. We're going to the crate tonight, y'all. We're going to the crate. Let me get it lined up here.
Okay.
Plus. Closing it. Oh man. That's a piece of that shot.
See, this is a classic example, textbook example of what we told y'all about the museums. About this museum. We told y'all. I told y'all. That was the store that used to shall be not be named. That is the store. It has been named as of tonight. That was the store. That was the store right there.
2 days.
It is done and dusted. It is over like Ric Flair's wrestling career. Done. Ain't coming back.
Well, I hope that's true.
It ain't coming back, bro. Hey, it ain't coming back. And it was their own doing. It was their own doing. They had opportunities to run sales, would not run them. No Christmas sales, no Black Friday sales. Just like Bautista, no sale. Not selling nothing.
Mm-mm.
Stiff is fit feeling. Nothing. Ain't selling nothing.
Sitting a lot of people.
And now you won't be selling nothing. 30 plus years in the community. 30 plus. The whole store, the whole stock was sold for $75,000. And I also want to I have some somber news tonight as well. Shout out to Brother Shannon. If he's watching, pass this news along. Unfortunately, one of the stores that was in Milledgeville, we used to call him Old Man Milledgeville. He passed away. He passed away. And we was trying to work a deal there to see if we could get some stuff out the store there for the fellas and everybody. But that ain't going to work because I'll get into that after we get off the air. So we'll talk about that off air. We'll talk about that off air. But send my condolences to Middle Georgia Cards and Comics down in Coins down in Milledgeville, Georgia. That was a great man. That's the store I infamously got my 32 for $10. Yeah, but he is passed away, man. So they're closing up, man. They're closing up, man. They are closing up. And I also, I'm gonna toss you away in just a second. I also want to give a shout out to Dave's Cards and Comics, who has recently added on to their store, has expanded their store. So now Dave's has moved over a little bit more. And I'm telling you, man, it gets better and better and better with Dave. So shout out to Dave, and shout out to our other local store because we didn't talk about this on the last show. Had a successful sale before we went to Heroes Con. I'm gonna have a brain fart. Y'all help me out, y'all. Fanboys. Yeah, I'm getting old. You know that getting old stuff starting to kick in now. Fanboys. Shout out to Mike over at Fanboys for an awesome sale there, and it's good to see his growth over the last 2 or 3 years. And he's really taking it up a notch over there.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna be featuring him soon here on the channel, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Al, take it away, brother.
I just wanted to say quick two things. The whole situation with the comic store that Matt just mentioned, that went out of business. They had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And it's a travesty, and it's a shame to know that they had the ability to be one of the best comic book stores here in Macon, and they dropped the ball. The previous owner, he sold it to a young lady. She had no business acumen at all, and that's the result of the store closing down. She didn't even try. And the sad testament for me is that when the previous owner sold the store, I hadn't gone to the store since he sold it, and that was about 3-4 years ago, Matt.
Yeah, you're looking at probably about
2-3 years ago. I hadn't I didn't even know, because they had relocated from a previous location to a new location. I didn't even know where they were. I had no desire to go to them because I knew when I went in there it was going to be the same old. But yeah, man. And shout out to Fanboys Comics. If you're in Macon, go by them. Go by their store, Fanboys Comics on Ingleside. They have turned the corner. They would actually, I would have to say that they would be well, it ain't really but one other store, which they shall stay nameless for the time being. But Fanboys is where you need to go. So if you are ever in Macon and you stop by there, just tell them that you watch the Comic Hall Crew and Matt and Al, and they'll know exactly who you're talking about. And they some good people. Good people.
Yep, these museums, I told y'all, the prophecy is coming true. Told y'all before, the prophecy is coming true. And these stores are they're putting up these boards, and they taking down this signage on a lot of these places. And it's gonna happen a lot more as we go into the next few years, because a lot of these stores were banking on the boom of 2019, 2021. And now it's coming home to roost. You cannot sell Food Killer #1 for $2,000 anymore. You can't sell a lot of this fodder that was coming out on Wednesday for thousands of dollars. And you can't. I'm glad Dan P asked that question. You cannot have somebody go to the box, and then you have people come up to the box, and then you go look at eBay. Well, this is selling for this. Doesn't quite work that way. That's not a long working business plan. That ain't gonna work. Either you sell the book or you close the store.
Yep.
And a lot of folks are gonna close the store. They're gonna close the store. It's just like the clowns that still just want to go to comic book shows. They pay top dollar and then they ask for cash. They're gonna be shutting it down too. It's a lot of folks. Think about it. I told y'all. I think I told the story the last time we got back from Heroes Con. The man, I asked the guy for the book on Friday. I gave him a cash offer. And I'll tell y'all how much. If I can remember, it was $4,000, a cash offer for the book. And he said no. And then he came and sought me out on Sunday asking me if I still wanted the book.
Too late.
I said, bro, how you going to ask me that on the third day of Heroes Con? Bro, how you gonna ask me that on the third day of Heroes Con, man? That's like, man. Hey brother, did you eat the hamburger that you bought on Friday? Hey man, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be some sad faces in the comic world, man.
You guys don't know how to sell. If someone offer you hard cash for a book and you turn that down,
just look at that. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look at the climate of the comic community right now. We got folks changing. We got folks changing their whole channels around.
channel reboot.
All because the FOMO is drying up. The FOMO is drying up, y'all. These books that people are banking on, these heavy investments on these books, they have no solid foundation at all. Wednesday, Something's Killing the Children 63. what was that? What was that about them dogs, stray dogs, or what it was?
Oh yeah.
75.
Yo,
Hey, ridiculous.
Robin King. All these
Ice Cream
books-
Man.
Ice Cream Man, Master P, all of them. Everybody. All this stuff that we saw, y'all.
Randomness.
Look what's happening. It's drying up, man. It's drying up. It is drying up, man. It is drying up like Skid Row.
Indie books.
And y'all, and the flavor of the month indie books, exactly. And now you seeing the result. I showed y'all. We did a show a couple of months ago. These stores shutting up. People have built their model off of the hottest book. I was in a book. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me drop this on y'all. I went to a store. I had to go work out of town a couple weeks ago. Shout out to my man John up at Syndicate Comics. I went by my boy John to go say hey to him, and I was up there with John. And I said, John, how much is that Ultimate Fallout there? John said $350. And I just started laughing because maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I don't think Larry reminded me telling this story. Larry was getting ready to buy one from the guy. He wanted the book. He said, I'll pay top dollar for this cash. And the store owner said he didn't want to pay. He didn't want to sell it. I want to keep it for decoration. That's the show that's what prompted me to have the infamous museum show. If you're for those who had never seen it, that's what prompted me to do that.
They spawned that famous line from Mastodon.
Yeah, and I walked, exactly. Walked out in there.
Man. Unreal.
And so now these books they're coming down, they're crashing. They're crashing like Enron. They're going down this boom.
Enron.
I'm telling you, it is done and done. And so now these stores are closing their doors. And people are voting with their wallet. They can't sell some of this stuff. Mr. Anderson off of Beavis and Butthead, they could sell $1 for 50 cents.
Hey.
Right now. These books.
And you know what? I'm gonna let you finish real quick. When I went to Fanboys today, Monique told me about how she was trying to sell some. They were trying to buy some more stuff off of the young lady down at Comics Plus, and basically it was the same thing. That it was a situation that occurred to you at Heroes Con. When they first went to her, she had a set price. She didn't want to come down on it, so she actually came to them a few days later. It was some omnibuses that they were trying to get from her. And she had to let somebody else go through the omnibuses and get, I guess, what they wanted. And Monique said it wasn't even the issue of that. It was the issue that she never came down on the price even after she let the people go through the stuff. And said she was still trying to get top dollar for the stuff. Like, you on your way out the door.
I went down there when they announced they were shutting it. I said, well, let me go down there just to see, check the parameter. Let the guys know if anything going on. It was the same old. I mean, you're moving like you get ready to roll it. We get ready for next week. We get ready for the week after that. We get ready. Hey man, I got a shipment coming in. You know, all this stuff. The doors are being shut, and now the doors are shut.
Yep, closed.
A sad, sorry tale of another comic book store that thought the day would never come. And that's going to be more in 25. And ask me, do I have pity?
Mm-mm.
Do you have pity?
Zero. Zilch. Nada. No mas. Zero.
They get what they deserve.
Nada. Zilch. No comprende. It's over. It's over.
Long time.
And you know what? These big places like down there where you at, Jace, and that store we went to, Al, we went to that lavish store that was a fool's gold right there in
Oh
front.
God,
And
yeah.
then that store, then the other store we went to, where I wouldn't even let you walk in the store. They next. Those type stores are next, man. And I'm gonna tell you who's gonna thrive in this environment. See who's gonna thrive. Stores like Urban Legends and Dave's.
Ooh, yes.
Thrives in this
Urban
environment
Legend, definitely.
because they are in the business of selling comic books. See, there's a difference in running a comic book store and in the business of selling comic books. They are in the business of selling comic books. I know this. I've got a picture right now. Right now, I'm gonna pull it up. Shout out to brother John Gay. I mean, this is right here. You probably can't see it right there. See it too well there. But this is a Batman number 28 at the store for $500. There's a difference in running a comic book store and selling comic book. I told Dave this years ago. I said, Dave, you need to have a you know how they have the work conferences where you go to, you get trained in PowerPoint presentation. You need to have one of the seminars on how to run a comic book store.
Mm-hmm.
You need to do a TED talk.
Most people don't know how to run it.
Yeah, TED talk. He do need to do a TED talk on how to run a comic book store and be around for almost down there 50 years. Most of them need to start out with just go in the Heroes Con and just walk around, and you'll understand. Go up to Baltimore Comic Con and get a clear understanding on how to run a comic book show and how to sell.
And all these comic book shops that have those signs up saying that price checks at the counter, yeah, they need to kick rocks.
That's old. That's Jace. That's old methodology, man. That ain't working in 24. It ain't working in 25. It ain't working in 26. Bro, if you go to eBay, guess what, brother? I can do it too.
Exactly.
That's why me and Shannon were talking about this the other day. If you go to eBay, well, guess what? I'll go to eBay. How about that? And then guess who's gonna be the one on the way out? Won't be me. It'll be you. You got the overhead. You got to pay the water bill. You got to call Steve Stone Plumbing to fix the toilet. Roto-Rooter, Georgia Power, Bucky Holland. You got to call all them. I ain't got to call them. I just go to eBay, log in, click, PayPal, boom, up. It's in the mail. I'm done.
What's the point of you even going to eBay? If you going by eBay price, what the fuck? I can get the book off eBay then.
But that's what I thought for now. When somebody say, let me go see what it sold for on eBay, I said, well, thank you for doing it for me. I'll go home and buy it off eBay.
Yeah. Come on.
That's what I'm rolling with for now. That's the way I roll with that stuff. If somebody want to go look it up, see what it sold for, okay, I'll buy it off there.
Mm-hmm.
Them days over with, man. This is why I said the brick and mortar, either you're in the business of running a store or selling comic books. Figure out which one you're doing. And if you're in the business of selling comic books, you'll be around for a long time. And people, not only that, but people will bring you stuff to sell.
Yep.
They will bring you inventory.
And that's why Urban Legend always keep getting books.
Bro, Origin Story Comics has opened up a second store because they're in the business of selling comic books. They don't have the inventory they used to have, but they bring stuff in, they move it. As soon as they move it in, it's coming out the door. As soon as it get dropped off, it's getting sold.
And they told me when I went by Fanboys, man, they said over the last week they've actually accumulated 4 collections.
4 collections.
They had somebody actually was coming in today with magic cards, and then this is the coup de grace, which had me all excited. Somebody was actually Mike was going to a dude's house to check out some G1 Transformers, and the collection was, from what they told me, was so big he couldn't actually just bring it to the store. He had them to come to his house to appraise it. So they doing good. They're doing good.
I mean, this is a tale of a store that was trying to find its way a few years ago. And guess what, man? Like I said, they turned the corner. I mean, completely turned the corner. But they're in the business of selling comic books. That's the difference. They're in the business of selling comic books.
Mm-hmm.
What you holding on to stuff for if you don't want to sell it? As I've always said, just get the rope, the red rope, get your the icing machine, your popcorn, nachos, jalapeno peppers, your Skittles, your Rolo, and cut on some Kenny G, Silhouette, the album Silhouette. Cut on a little bit of that champagne, and then you just let it ride out, man, and let people walk around, look at admire your stuff. But if you've been selling comic books, then you let us know, and we may be interested. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the main event of the evening. We've got a couple of topics here. First topic is week before last, it was announced that Robert Downey Jr., as if you hadn't seen by these top 10 lists tonight, will be returning as Dr. Doom, and it sent the internet world into hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
Was very close to doing a stream that night, but it didn't matter because we all know what's going to happen. It's going to be the same old sad song that the comic community has been going through the last couple of weeks. As Al talked about it earlier, we saw it with Taylor Swift, and we're now seeing it with Dr. Doom. You've got one section of the fan base saying that, well, I don't understand why they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. Well, y'all asked for him. Y'all wanted these folks back. Y'all said y'all wanted these folks back. You didn't say Marvel didn't tell you how they were coming back.
Yep.
But Marvel said, we'll give you what you want. And this is what you're going to do. And I'm going to ask the same question that I asked Brother Al and that I asked Brother Larry when I talked to Larry last week. I said, Larry, what are they going to do if Captain America come back? It's Hydra Captain America. Because they asked for it. I said, these folks are asking for this stuff. And then when you get it, no, this ain't what we want. No, you will never have the MCU back as the way that you had it. It ain't coming back like that, my friend. I'm sorry. Will Smith will never fix that episode where he stood there and said, why he don't want me. It's going to end that way. It's done. It's done. You know, good times. It ended the way it ended. Amen. Ended the way it ended. 227 ended the way it ended.
MASH
ended the way it ended. JR, who shot JR? Ended the way it ended. Knots Landing, Dynasty, Miami Vice, Charles in Charge, The Fall Guy, Dukes of Hazzard, Al Wolf,
Knight Rider.
Y'all just keep throwing them out there, man. Yeah. It ended the way it ended. And you might as well get used to it. Marvel is throwing y'all some serious curveballs. We watch this and we go, you can almost tie both of these in together. We watched it with Deadpool and Wolverine. All this that people were talking about, Al and Jake, all this stuff that people they were throwing. I sat right back and watched. And I told Larry, I said, Larry, I purposely stayed away from this Deadpool talk. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I wasn't looking to go seek out none of this stuff. I just want to go into this movie and see what was there. It was a good movie. Enjoyed it. It was thoroughly entertaining. Do not take your children to see this movie, and please don't do that. And I'm telling you to watch the way that the movie took its take on wokeism and the way that it eliminated a lot of this spec. Because see, these folk watch this stuff. Y'all think these folks ain't watching these streams and listening to what folks say, and then you turn right around here and they go put it right in the movie, and they make fools out of everybody who's saying this book gonna hit, this book gonna do this book gonna do that. We know this to be true because we know James Gunn went to the store that just closed down. We know that. So we know they're looking. We know they're going, trying to see what the pulse of the community is and what was going on and what was hot, what people buying. Mm-hmm. And so now what you're seeing is that the MCU and the DCU, they're all doing their own thing. They say, you know what, man, if these folks want, we'll give it to them, but it ain't gonna be the way they want it.
Yep. Now
you got folks coming out saying they want Blade, old man Blade, to come back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, y'all see Wesley Snipes up there, big gay. There was several of them scenes in that movie. He was standing there, bro. That man was hanging on for dear life. That man is 60 plus. Man, vampire. What is it, Barnabas? What you want him to come back as Barnabas?
Not Barnabas from Dark Shadow. No.
Seriously, the man is 60 plus years old, and folks are bringing him back. And do what? Do what? Bro, that's good. Hey, Al. This is close as you gonna get the Blade being back as Blade, what you saw in Deadpool. That's the closest you gonna get.
We ain't gonna get a full movie, huh?
Chase, they brought him back. Mm-hmm. They didn't say how they were gonna bring him back. This is what I'm saying. They're bringing these characters back, but it's not how people want them to come back. You're gonna get them, but it won't be the way you think you're going.
Let's see to be in the new Blade movie when it was announced. Like, nah, we don't need no more Sean.
He'll probably be in it, Jace, but he ain't gonna be doing that. I can tell you that. Now he gonna be doing, man, please, man.
It's gonna be a stunt double and it's gonna be CGI, man. That man ain't gonna do nothing but stand and walk around, and that's it.
Blade, if you watch that, we'll go back and watch Deadpool, man. He was leaning on stuff, holding on. Man, come on, man. That's like telling you, Denzel Washington, hey man, we need another Booker Eli. What? Come on, man. You know y'all ain't get that. It's over.
That's like getting Russell Crowe to return to Gladiator too, man. Like, what are you doing, bro?
No, man. No. But see, this is the thing now. This is why I said this is why I said this whole spec deal and all this stuff ties in tonight. All this spec stuff, man. You gotta be careful with this stuff now. This ain't like it was back in 1917, 16, 15, when nobody really was paying attention to it, when the community really, it was just kind of throwing, it wasn't like everybody wasn't trying to make a buck off a $2 book. It was everybody just enjoying themselves, going to the movies. Nobody really, you stay for the end credit. Oh man, such and such coming. Oh yeah, that's cool. Then all of a sudden, you look up in 1819. Oh, the end credit, Thanos. We got to go buy. Then you jack up the price. And y'all trying it now, but y'all see what's happening. This Taylor Swift. You see what's happening. And y'all think y'all gonna pull this stuff off again, and y'all gonna have y'all feelings hurt. Feelings gonna be hurt this go around. I'm telling you, you keep paying premium for these books that are not what it's fool's gold. These books are not what the price is, what is what's being advertised. They're not worth that. We've seen this at Hero Cons. The book that's worth the money hold the value. We know this. So y'all can go out there, keep buying these books and hoping that you won't, win the lottery. And it's on you. Don't come over here in my comment section crying and complaining, or sitting up here doing marathon shows on other folk because you went and bought these books. I ain't got no love for you.
Shit, you know what book I thought about while I was watching the movie? That new X-Men 114. I like, yeah. Rest in peace to that book. Rest in peace to that book.
Yeah, you know what's next on the docket? You know what folks gonna start on next, man?
Oh.
They're gonna start on the Extreme X-Men and all that stuff. Oh. That's what's coming down the pipe next.
Hey, Aldo, you saw the news earlier today about season 2 of X-Men 97? They're gonna have the with the new X-Men suits.
Yeah, I saw that.
What was the one, Al, the X-Men with Kitty Pryde on the cover with Colossus?
That was
Astonishing X-Men.
X-Men 5, I think.
Yeah, that's next. Al, think about this, bro. Think about this. Colossus is in the movie.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen Colossus in the Deadpool movie?
3.
Yeah. So why is his appearance not up right now?
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying. And so what makes it special when they announce that the X-Men coming together? Oh, X-Men. Well, now it's time for Colossus to go up. Man, these characters been around.
Yeah. I said this a couple of years ago. I said that due to the movies not being good on Fox, it devalued their first appearances. But as soon as the MCU get them, people gonna start raising that shit right back up. Like,
Hey, man, let me just say this real quick.
Chop in there, man. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go in there. Just cut in, man. Y'all
Okay.
good.
Okay, I'm to put out a few, but I can't talk. Put a few things out there. You know, on the subject that Matt's talking about right now, when you dealing with the way everything is at this point, you know, we've seen it. You know, and unfortunately, with our hobby, I love comic books and I love collecting them. I've seen a shift in the way I collect because actually I'm about to start getting into more copper and bronze age stuff, you know, from the 70s and stuff, but that's neither here nor there. When it comes down to the spec game, when it comes down to the MCU, I say this all the time, and we've preached this constantly on this channel, that at the end of the day, if you want something, you need to go ahead and get it. Don't wait until they announce something on the internet. I got a feeling that once they actually start putting more information out here about Fantastic Four, we're going to start seeing prices increase on these books. The X-Men is going to be a crap show. And the reason why I say that is because the X-Men has so many different titles, so many different first appearances, so many different story arcs and stuff. We all saw what happened with Cassandra Nova. We all saw that. And that book forever, just like the majority of these books that we've seen on this on the top 10 tonight, have been $1 books, $10 books, $5 books, $2 books. Now they're premium territory. And if you're not in a position where you don't have a mindset, if you want the books just to have them, get them. Go ahead and jump on it, man. Because I keep telling people all the time, Larry and I talk about this constantly. The X-Men is going to, like I said, it's going to be a crap show. Because at any point, and I said this too, any point your comic book collection could actually go from not being worth anything to being worth something at a specific period of time. Especially if you're a Dr. Doom collector like Matt, if you're an X-Men collector, or whomever else is the flavor of the month at this time. So the whole situation with Robert Downey Jr., like Matt said, I don't understand. Like, I've seen a lot of people just complaining and stuff. First of all, I've said this because I did an off the rack last week, and I said basically everyone has a right to complain. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. But you asked for these people. You asked for Chris Evans. He came back. He didn't come back as Captain America. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and then people that you didn't even expect, like Wesley Snipes. Now you got petitions out there. They trying to cancel the current Blade movie in favor of putting Wesley Snipes. I love Wesley Snipes' character. I feel like I still believe that he was the catalyst of the MCU. Some people might, argue or debate that. But Wesley ain't that same 1998 Wesley that was in the rave, couldn't, using that cruel boomerang, slicing the throats of those vampires. That's not the same Wesley. So the quality in terms of him coming back being Blade, I don't think it would actually work. Now, would I like to see him in the movie? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Because he was the one that actually made Blade a mainstream person. Not as popular as Iron Man, but I mean, people didn't know anything about Blade before Wesley Snipes unless you collected comic books. So at the end of the day, I just think, I'm all over the place, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to this whole spec thing, get what you want. Get what you want before. If you said, well, man, I want to go ahead and start the Jim Lee X-Men run and start collecting it, you best to go ahead and get it.
Do it now.
You best to go ahead and get it now. If you're on the Extreme X-Men and you want to collect that, you best to go ahead and get it now. If you on the Uncanny tip, even though Uncanny is kind of, it could be pricey, Chris Claremont run, especially. Aside from the old Silver Age book, go ahead and get it now, because I'm telling you, it's crazy, man. Y'all know how many years we talked about how undervalued Mr. Sinister's book was.
Oh yeah,
Definitely underrated, undervalued forever. Him and Apocalypse. Wait till they into the MCU, because you know the rumor is now Sinister is supposed to be that, you know, I mean, you hear all the talk, but Sinister's supposed to be the big bad, which I'm cool with. But the minute that they say Sinister is going to be the main villain for the X-Men, you could kiss X-Men 221 for a while.
Yeah, that book, I know for a fact, $20 book.
Yeah.
25, 18. Matter of fact, we saw a dude buy for 15. And I remember the dude we saw buy that book for $15.
Yep, over at Fanboy, sure did.
Watched him buy it for $15. I mean, the books are there. Don't wait until these books get hyped.
Yeah, a lot of X-Men books are undervalued, man. Apocalypse first appearance, man.
My boy. Golly, I'm having a mad tonight. What's my man?
Like?
No, the most recent, the one that killed Professor X. You know, that run. What's that run, man? Well, Wolverine had the hand cut off. He was running around.
Oh, you talking about Age of Apocalypse?
Yeah. What's his name? The villain. Yeah. What was his name?
Well, Apocalypse was the main villain, but there was a dude in the Holocaust.
Yeah, Holocaust.
It's driving me crazy. It'll come to when we get off. I'll call it right out, man. But his first appearance, pennies on the dollar. It'll come to me, y'all. Y'all bear with me. It'll come to me. I have to go look it up. But pennies on the dollar. A lot of this stuff, man.
Legion, that's right. Good shot. Good, yeah, Donnie. That actually segued Legion.
Yeah, pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar, man. You had all of that stuff. You got Lady Deathstrike. All these, you know, not Strife. Golly, Silver Samurai.
Yeah,
all
Silver Samurai.
Pennies on the dollar. Omega Red. Y'all wait till Omega Red popped back up on the scene. Y'all saw just the cartoon what the book did.
Yeah.
Deadpool, a flashing, 2 millimeter second flash of Omega Red. Y'all saw what happened with that book. Y'all wait till they perform the announcement in there. Or he show up. Y'all was trying to.
That book is gonna.
Y'all was trying to push that Sabretooth book up. Y'all was trying to push that Sabretooth book up. That before Deadpool. Why that book didn't go up this in the last couple of weeks? Yeah, he was in there.
Yeah, he was in the movie for a quick couple seconds.
The reason why I think that's so this is my theory on that, right? So I don't think it's per se the appearances of certain characters, unless those, because I mean, let's just face it, Sabretooth is, I consider him to be a major character because his number one, his ongoing rival, long-standing rival with Wolverine. Number two, the character itself. I feel like he's I want to say he's an A-lister, but he's one of those characters that basically he's been around. He's a consistent character like the Juggernaut. Because I mean, the Juggernaut was in there too. I think what it is mostly, it lies upon the content creators, the speculators pushing certain characters and pushing narrative and stuff. And a lot of times it's got to do with the hype, because that Gambit, basically, if you think about that Gambit being on the top 10 list, the only reason why that book I feel is on the top 10 list currently is because there's a lot of talk going on, which is the reason, this title, the topic was spawned. There's a lot of talk that character, that Gambit, the Channing Tatum, will actually be reprising the role of Gambit. Now, of course, a lot of it's hearsay. You can't really go by it unless you get something official from Marvel. But supposedly, he's supposed to be coming back in some capacity as Gambit. I'm thinking it might be Secret Wars. Then again, it might actually be the X-Men franchise. I don't know. And I think because of that, that's one of the reasons why that book is on the top 10. Now, Lady Deathstrike, Toad, Pyro, Sabretooth, Any of those guys, Juggernaut, they ain't really no focus on them right now.
Nope.
But let the script flip and they say, okay, well, we changed our minds. We're not going with Sinister. We're gonna do Juggernaut. Bro, Juggernaut been in X3, he was in Deadpool and Wolverine, plus he was in Deadpool 2. You know, so he's already made his presence known in movies. But if the MCU decides that they're gonna use him as the main villain for the X-Men, X-Men 12 gonna skyrocket. X-Men 11 gonna have that same effect that Hope 180 is gonna have, because all of a sudden people are talking about the characters. I think that's the biggest difference. You got people putting that stuff out there about Sinister. You got people putting it out there about Gambit. Man, I'm surprised that Tomb of Dracula went on the top 10 list based on all the hype behind Wesley Snipes.
You know, when we went and saw the movie, I came home there and me and Rico were looking at we were trying to just see how the market gauged, and the market didn't move. I said, now look at this. I said, now look at this right here. But it just shows you how crazy things are, how the wild west it is, man.
I'm telling you, it's insane, man. And I've been preaching this for years. We've been doing this for 7-8 years, and I've been preaching. You want some X-Men stuff? I think it's gonna get worse with the X-Men because of who they are.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be bonkers. And we see these top 10, the comic fam and all this kind of stuff. It's gonna get ridiculous. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna get ridiculous. Y'all gonna come back and see, what is it, August the 10th? Y'all gonna come back to this show and be like, man, Al was right. Because at the end of the day, you still got people out here specking on crazy stuff, man. We saw what happened with Dazzler. We see all because, like Dan P said earlier, Ryan Reynolds went to a football game with Taylor Swift, and all of a sudden she's in the movie. We knew that wasn't true after we saw the movie, but that doesn't stop people from going out, putting that spec out, putting that game out, pushing these books, trying to get the homeboys and people that got about 10, 15 copies of that book, selling them for premium prices. We're going to see it again. But let me ask y'all a quick question right quick. In terms of the actual topic, do y'all think that the movie itself, Deadpool and Wolverine, actually helped the MCU in the long run, or do y'all think it's not going to affect the MCU at any time or at any point?
I think, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be blunt as possible. I don't really think it did anything. I think what's going to happen is, I think that everybody's waiting on whatever happens in the actual MCU, and then people are gonna start moving forward. I think Deadpool was kind of a feel-good movie to just kind of get everybody to get back on track with what's going on with movies. And I think that once we get to Captain America, then that's when the chaos. The chaos is going to ensue with that.
Yeah, I was going to say the exact same thing. I said this movie did more for X-Men more than it did for the MCU. Like, we really got to see what Captain America, what Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four, those 3 movies. I think those are 3 movies that come out before the Avengers movie. So we got to see what those 3 do to set up and see how great the MCU be going forward. But this movie did more for X-Men than it did more for the MCU.
I think. Go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this year you had X-Men 97 that put a lot of spotlight right back on X-Men after it's been hiatus for how long. And you got the Deadpool Wolverine, get a lot more attention on some of the other characters, But once again, it's all about X-Men. Whereas the MCU, so like some people say, did it save the MCU? Like, it only saves the MCU when it comes to box office. Let's be real here, because the last couple of MCU movies have not been doing good in the box office. So it saved the MCU in that standpoint, but as a whole, no. Because
I think the only thing it did is that it showed that if the suits can stay out of the way and let people do their job, you can produce a good product.
Yeah.
Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds. That's his baby. So he has full control of what the character is and what he do with the script. So we don't know if that's why I want to see how Captain America turns out to be. If that turns out to be great for Anthony Mackie, that'd be awesome. I've seen some people on the recent trailer I've seen people complain about Bucky not being in the movie. Like, he don't need Bucky. This need to be Sam Wilson's movie.
But like I told you, we did a whole show, and then I said that, at this stage, for me, I'm not even entertaining that stuff, man. And it's just a case of let the movie come out. Who's to say he ain't in the movie? See, this is what I'm saying. Who's to say he's not even in the movie?
Make appearance. This movie got ties.
Say that. Now all they showed you is just that little snapshot there. Now y'all saw Deadpool, what was all loaded up in there, and you saw none of that in the trailer. None of it. Zero. Zilch. Nada.
The only thing was
what's in this Captain America movie, man?
We don't know
what's in there.
And it's gonna have ties into Thunderbolts. Both movies are pretty much gonna be back and forth with each other. So you don't know whether he may show up. You don't know someone else from Thunderbolts may show up.
That's all I'm saying, man. People gotta learn.
I mean, don't they realize that Winter Soldier is in Thunderbolts?
Yeah. That's all I want to say. People like, dude, he's gonna be in Thunderbolts. And this movie needs to be more focused on Sam's character more than the two of them. You don't even come on. They just did a show together.
I hate to say it, man, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think the vocal majority of people that sit and complain about this stuff really has no history. They don't have any type of knowledge of what goes on. And even though a lot of these movies, they kind of deviate from the source material, and they don't. But, when you see the situation, I mean, Larry collects Captain America, and I don't collect Captain America, but as a comic book collector, if you've been in comic books long enough, you know how certain things happen. I know how Dr. Doom became Dr. Doom, but I've never collected a Fantastic Four comic book in my life. I know how the Fantastic Four gained their powers. I know the story behind Captain America. I know how Black Panther gets his powers. So you have a basic knowledge of certain things when it comes down to comic books. So I think a lot of people that are crying the loudest are people that really don't have a clue what they're talking about. They're just based on information that they've seen in previous movies and stuff. But again, they are typically the loudest that get out there and want to holler, like Robert Downey Jr. Like for the whole situation with Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. Why is he playing Dr. Doom? Marvel has had multiverses forever.
Mm-hmm.
And in various multiverses, certain characters, certain certain characters or certain heroes have adopted certain roles. We all know that there's a Secret Wars movie on the horizon. If I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to come out after the next Avengers movie is coming out. So if you are going back to comic books, if you are familiar with comic books, specifically the 2015 run, what's his face? He wrote X-Men. Oh my God, man, that spirit done got on me. What's his name? Somebody in the chat help me. What is his name? I keep saying a lot. Hold on. I'm pulling up my seats. Jonathan Hickman. Thank you, Dan. Y'all some good people in the chat. Jonathan Hickman, if they go by 2015 Secret Wars, that Secret Wars was all about the multiverse. It was about the excursions, the whole 9 yards. So common sense should tell you at this particular point in time, the character that Robert Downey Jr. is playing may not be the main continuity, or as they said in the Deadpool movie, the sacred timeline. Because way back when they announced the Fantastic Four movie, they explicitly stated that movie was not going to fall within the same timeline as the MCU. At that point, it should have been common sense for people to say, oh, okay, well, this version of Dr. Doom is not going to be a Dr. Doom where the Chitauri attack New York and all that kind of stuff. But instead, people ran with it and be like, okay, well, I don't like it, this, that, and the other, and, naming the character, the actors that they would have preferred. There is a reason that they did this. Marvel Studios did this. One thing that I will applaud Marvel for when it came down to the Deadpool movie, they kept that movie under wraps as tight as they possibly could. Because like Matt said, with the whole situation with Chris Evans being in the movie and all those other characters, the actual trailer itself focused on that one particular scene, the desert scene or whatever you want to call it. You didn't know nothing All you saw was Deadpool and Wolverine fight in those trailers. Even when they expanded the trailer and showed Ant-Man's body and stuff, it was a lot of stuff that you didn't get a chance to see. I applaud them for that, and I hope they continue that for future references, because it kind of kills that whole speculation thing, and it makes people go out and say, "Oh man, I saw Michael Jai White at Five Guys with Ryan Reynolds. Man, we're gonna have Spawn in a new Deadpool movie." Like, some stupid stuff like, but I think at the end of the day, people are at a point to where they just latching on to stuff, grasping for straws and stuff. And one of the reasons why I asked y'all about the whole situation with the MCU and Deadpool movie is because I noticed a lot of articles coming out where Ryan Reynolds was championing certain things, like, Channing Tatum playing Gambit in future movies and stuff, and the whole thing about Blade. He actually would like to see Wesley Snipes in some capacity in the Blade movie. So that's the reason why I was kind of asking, do y'all think that it would have influenced the MCU? Now, I agree with you, Jace. It may have influenced more so on the X-Men side, but it looks like it's been kind of a trickle-down effect in terms of certain characters being in the Deadpool movie that we actually may see in some capacity in the future. So that's the reason why I said that. So,
gotcha.
Well, I want to touch on the whole Iron Man, Dr. Doom. Emergency Awesome 2 years ago, I think it was around 2022. He talked about Robert Downey Jr. possibly coming back. And I remember he did like a slew of videos. I had like 6 or 7 videos went in that year, talk about Robert Downey Jr., especially when the rumors started to creep up about him coming in. He was the first one to say that he's not going to come back as Tony Stark. He said it multiple times. That's why when he did the video that week when he came when it was announced, he said he was right all along that he was not going to come back as Tony Stark. From that point, and I've been introducing a lot of people to Emergency Awesome. If you're a casual if you don't even know nothing about the comic books, watch Emergency Awesome. He's gonna break it down to you about references to comics, about how the MCU do, what things they do that they change from the comics, and he's gonna break it down to you to make sure that you get the knowledge of what they doing. The fact that like you said, that a lot of people not think of that. They already announced that the Fantastic Four is going to take place in the 60s. So you know that it's going to be a some time jump that they're going to get put into the main timeline of the MCU. So how can you not figure that out by now when they said it multiple times? And I still be seeing people complaining or not, they don't know that information. I'm like, this is why I like, do people even read? I think when it comes to Twitter, this is what I believe would happen all the time on Twitter. People just read the headline of an article, but they don't click on the article itself or read it. They just see the headline. That's it. Like, read the damn article, read everything, what they saying. Because sometimes some of these sites, they be putting the headline in it, but they flip the words. Like, recently when they was talking about Sony finances and people, I think it was GameSpot, trying to act like it was a negative thing that Sony declined. Hey, no. That's not the truth, but they go ahead and flip it like that and make it seem like it's negative. And they do the same thing with the MCU's news and stuff. I forgot, there's a couple of weeks, there was something that came out about X-Men. But these articles, people are not reading them to gain. They just see the headline, and that's it. I don't understand it. Like, and you're gonna get mad or something. People get mad the moment they see it. Like, oh, I don't like this. Just like with the Fantastic Four. I don't know if y'all saw the suit. Y'all saw the suit that Johnny wore. People were complaining all night. Hey, it's 1960s, bro.
Just point them over to this next time they complain. If y'all don't want to watch that, go back and watch.
You want to go back and watch the Fantastic Four in the 90s?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. You want to go back and watch that Johnny Storm and all that? Go ahead, knock yourself out, man. You want to watch the Storm clock? Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Yo, I'm literally on MCU Direct. Let me click on those comments and see. And I see like 7 people complaining about the comment. Oh, I don't like that suit. Oh, it don't look good. I'm like, man, y'all something else. Y'all something. Those people like.
You know what? The thing about it, man, is it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I'm not even entertaining it. I'm just gonna sit back and wait for these movies to drop. And that's gonna be it for me, man. That's gonna be it, man. There's no need of getting riled up over this stuff, man. And it is what it is.
I just hope at some point, man, we can get back, and it probably will never happen, but we can get back to watching movies and just enjoying them for what they are, and quit being so critical of these movies. If you don't like a movie, if you don't like a move that they made in regards to casting, fine, that's cool. But it's gotten to a point now, man, to where it's just people find stuff to complain about because it's like the popular thing to do.
Yeah.
And I guess the 50-year-old in me is like, man, shut up. Like, I'm tired of just hearing this BS all the time. Like anybody in the chat and folks is like, we grew up, we know everything has come a long way from the TV, the Incredible Hulk TV show and the Spider-Man movie and the Captain America movie and TV show and Wonder Woman and even Christopher Reeve's Superman. The leaps and bounds that have actually happened now people are so concerned about the message that's in a comic book and not knowing the original source material and the costumes. I mean, you don't know what they have in store until you actually see it. Enjoy it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Everybody knows on this panel that I don't too much care for the X-Men movies with Fassbender in them, because they took a lot of liberties, but I'm not on the internet bashing them. I just didn't watch them. I didn't watch them. And it's that simple. If you don't like it, you don't like the way Johnny Storm's costume looks, don't watch the movie. It's just that simple. Nobody's forcing you to do it.
All right, y'all. Don't watch, like I said, don't watch this shit. And if you want to watch it, go watch it. It's just that simple. Case in point, real simple. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. So just sit back, relax, and just enjoy, man. We got Captain America coming out next week. Stop complaining. And let's see what happens after that. This thing is a long way from going, a long way from getting sorted out. So,
and what G just said, I didn't mean to cut y'all, man, but I just want to make a point.
Yeah, we're spoiled.
We are. We're very spoiled.
I told you. Now I told you. I take them back now. Trust me. I got 4 or 5 movies that I show you if you want them.
I'm looking forward to see what James Gunn do with DC, man.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right, it's time for the halls, brethren. It's time for the halls. I've got a small haul tonight, brethren. I'll kick us off tonight. It's a cool haul, as a matter of fact. I stopped by one of my spots in one of the antique malls there, and ran across this old relic. We got a Garfield bigger than life. One of my childhood books there. Picked up a Joe Palooka. This is actually a tough one to find, man. I was really excited to get this. $5.
Oh yeah,
yeah, $5. Shout out to brother Shan, man, for getting me these right here, man. He picked up a couple of Ninja Turtles for me, a high grade throwback Ninja Turtles at that. So I was thrilled to get that, man. Appreciate that, AOK, brother Shan, man. Much love to you, brother. And I also picked this up at the flea market. I picked up a Platinum Age comic book, Bringing Up Father, number 23. This is from 1934. And last but not least is a handbill concert poster for one George Benson. So 1978, and that is my haul.
Library of Congress style stuff. I'll go next. I'll let Chase round it out. All right, so these are books I picked up today. It's some new books and old books. Shout out to Fanboys. I got to get over there soon and just go through. They bought some of those bins that they had for Comics Plus, and they filled up the dollar bins, and they got some good stuff. I couldn't get into it like I wanted to because I'm on a budget now because paying for medical bills and stuff. So These are dollar bin books. I'm trying to complete as much as the original Walking Dead run as I can. So I got all these out the dollar bin. So 138. $139. This one out of order, but it's 146.
You got all that at the dollar bin.
At the dollar bin.
And this is why I tell folks, these books that come out on Wednesday, just wait. Just wait.
142. 140. 143. And 144. So all these were dollar bin books. New books I got a few. Shazam 14.
Shazam.
That's my dude. Blood Hunt number 5. This was actually a pretty decent story. This is the last one. This came out last week. My homeboy, Space Ghost.
Coast to coast.
Dynamite is doing a new Space Ghost series. It's been pretty good so far. And then these last two, I'm a sucker for these dudes. But they do a new series of Gatchaman. So Battle of the Planets Gatchaman number 1. This is the second print. I was late to the rodeo for this one. So I'm looking for the first print, but it's about $15. I ain't paying that for it. Gatchaman number 2. And that's it for me.
All right, Jace, you're gonna take us home, brother.
All right. I'm not gonna show off everything I got because it's a whole bunch. I'm gonna show, if y'all saw my post on IG, man, Big Dan from Canada, Diecast Cook, came down here to Florida last month, and he surprised me with a massive stack of books. So I'm just gonna show about a good half of that book because it is too much. I still haven't even posted most of the books on IG yet. So let's start off with this big boy right here, Sly Cooper.
Oh yeah, Sly Cooper.
That's number 2 because this is hard to find. Number 1 is even harder. So I'm glad that he gave me this, man. This big boy book that you can't even, if you look that up on eBay, you only gonna find about at least 3-4 copies of people selling. And this book, I'm gonna post this week. I keep forgetting to post this, but a rare square saw comic. Vagrant Story.
Vagrant Story, man. I ain't heard that name in a minute. Vagrant Story.
I like, yo, Square Saw.
Wow.
Look,
I didn't even know Michael Turner even did that.
Yeah, Michael Turner, man. Like,
wow.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Michael Turner, man. Vagrant Story.
I liked his work, man. He did some nice work.
As always, when I saw that, my eyes opened up real like, yo, Square Saw on the comic? Very rare. All right, he gave me some Assassin's Creed books. This is one, I think is another one I got in the stack. Hitman Agent 47.
Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to know what Stone Cold thinks about the Hitman, put an S on it.
There's 2 more. Here you got. I posted this on IG. Future Cop LAPD.
Future Cop.
Yeah. A lot of video game comics, man. You got Resistance, Classic Shooter.
Yeah.
Wild Song.
Hey, they stopped making that. I actually enjoyed the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I finally got some Last of Us comics. These books have been pretty hard to find, man.
Yeah, you know why.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I got some Prototype. Let me see. I think it's what? Issue 2 and 3. Yeah, so number 1 I need to get.
Hey, Jace, you might be ahead of the game on that right there, man, because I can foresee that being a situation, comic book games, or comic books based on games.
That's a lot of them. Medal of Honor. This is based off the first game that came out in the 90s, and you got the recent one, European Assault. I posted these last week or a couple weeks ago. Crisis.
Yeah, you named some classics.
Yeah. And he gave me the whole run of Dishonored. All 6 issues. Now, Mirror's Edge. I seen this issue and I never knew it had a whole series. So he only gave me issue 1.
Yeah, that came out. That's fairly recent.
Issue 1 and 3. So I need to get the rest to complete the series. And he got Catalyst. Well, this is based off Mirror's Edge Catalyst. This is the whole run of that. All 6 issues. And I'm not sure if I've sold these books off before, but the Fear Effect, these are the 2 I bought. He gave me another copy of this. So yeah, yo, man, I already had a copy, man. So yeah, actually it's right behind him. So this is his copy, that's the copy I bought. And that's it, because that I don't know if I'm gonna show off. That's a big stack, man. I'm tired. I don't know if I'm gonna show off anything. I do have some PS1 games I bought, but they back in the other room. I'm not going to get them. That's it. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, awesome, man. So I will be on hiatus for the next at least 2 weeks here. Brazil will be coming to Georgia, so I will be doing Brazil things.
Mr. Loverman,
Shabba. So, but Al and the guys will continue to hold it down for us. Me and Rico will try to get together in the next couple of days here to try to do a auction show for y'all at some point. That'll run sometime this week, so hopefully we'll get that done, and we'll have that out there for you. Want to say thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed the discussion. More discussions to be had. If you're tuning in late, make sure you go back and check out the first hour. You missed a couple of good things there on the eBay, and we took a trip down memory lane. If you know, you know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. G-Man, Dan P, Mastodon. No Apollo tonight, man. I guess he tired from watching the game today.
He probably watching the Olympics.
He probably will catch it rewatching the Olympics. So we'll catch him on the next go around, man. Thank you, everybody. Once again, I want to send our condolences to Middle Georgia Cards and Comics, to the family there. For brother old man Milledgeville passing away. Thoroughly will be missed. And also we want to have a moment of silence for Comics Plus. That's good enough. It's over, done, and dusted.
Let them rest in peace.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out the door. Have a good night.